Sit here. Got it. We're recording. All right, come join the party.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what we got. Maybe somebody will participate.
Hi, Rhinos.
Let's see if anyone comes in. If we have anyone today, is it possible that anyone joins us? Now, Ron joins us. I know Deborah joins us. I know Justin joined us. Like, come on, come on. So look, we actually live in like the same town.
Yes, we do.
Is it the same town? No, the same state.
Well, you just like what, 30 minutes away. So pretty much we neighbors.
Yeah, but when you're a Rhino, you charge and you go really, really fast. So it's only like 25 minutes. Oh, Deborah texted me. Deborah, I don't know what your text was, but I owe you a text back. As I was driving, I see Deborah, and I was like, well, like, I can't drive and text at the same time. That's illegal. Nobody's allowed to do that. Okay, but I will get, actually, I think I read it. I already forgot what it was though. Yeah, we were here setting up the camera. So unfortunately, the camera that you see in front of you, it's vertical. We want it to be horizontal. And as we tried to do it horizontal, it turned us upside down. And we're not actually upside down, so it seemed a little weird. Imagine if we had a live where we were just sideways the whole time.
We're working on it. We're gonna get that working properly.
Yeah. Do you think our Rhino community would watch it like this?
Yeah, they pretty much love us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do it.
It would really hurt their necks though. They would make me walking around all day like, yeah, I just watched Anthony and V and my neck hurts and I don't really know what to do about it.
We do have nurses in our Rhino team.
We do.
Yeah, yes.
But do we have masseuses?
Oh.
We need to get a masseuse company.
Oh, that's something we could work on.
Yeah, but that would be would be
that's a great business idea.
Yeah, except masseuse isn't really digital.
Well,
imagine digital massages.
No, but they could travel. They could travel.
Yeah.
Everything is mobile now, so
yeah. All right, cool. So welcome everyone. Obviously, we're spending a little bit of time being a little silly because we're letting everyone come in, and we have a good showing so far. And today, Wednesday, is usually Anthony Day, but V was kind enough to allow me to join her today. Massages in the universe. I love metaverse. V was kind enough to allow me to join her today for her first week. She said she wanted to go ahead and flaunt it a little bit next to me, show me how it's done. And I said, fine, let's see it. But yeah, no, we wanted to move the camera. So I have all this equipment and I brought it over so we're able to move the camera up so that you can really see all of us. And obviously you can see a little bit more of me, but tomorrow it's going to be only V, which is totally fun.
Okay.
Yeah, but we want to just go through the logistics of it. So we do appreciate everyone bearing with us because again, V is our host. V is the face of Rhino. V will be for as far as the eye can see. And what's really important is that everyone knows all the buttons and able to perform to their best. So this week was all of us kind of just getting together and saying, okay, let's do it. Let's figure it out. A goes before B, which goes before C, but definitely before C. Yeah, she's like, I watched Sesame Street with your son, Anthony, and yeah, that works. And totally cool. All right, we have a full group in. So I want to go ahead and
say it's a nice piece of art on the wall. It's a borrowed piece of art, right?
Well, yeah, so
Auntie borrowed it to me.
Yeah, so I lent it to V, which is, there's only a few things I'll never give away. And the piece of art you see behind you was actually painted by one of our Rhinos. First opportunity to join us. Yeah, Tony, get in here. So it was actually painted by one of our Rhinos and sent over to our office. And when I opened it, I was like, oh my God, we all love V. See, Justin?
Really? Justin is so sweet. Thank you.
Justin, I can promise you if you were walking around with like 5 fingers combined on both hands, he would say you're the best baseball player, right? Like he's just so supportive no matter
Justin
what
is
you
my
do.
kind of guy. I love you, Justin.
Thank you. Justin makes a lot of good food too. He always posts on Facebook all of his different. I know, me too.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been fasting this week, so when I hear food, I'm like, what I would do for it. Thank you guys. You're awesome. No, Justin's the best. I think he just got a new BMW too. Like he saved up for. I think he celebrated his 40th birthday too. Like Justin.
Oh really? I have a birthday coming up in a few days.
Yeah. recommended by Tiff. Okay, and Dan always has really good content. So we're gonna go ahead and whatever that is, we'll take note of it and then just watch it a little bit later.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the really, really cool things that I want to share with you, and the reason why we sent the same email that we did yesterday as in today, is things are moving at Rhino. So Rhino was a dream. Rhino was a vision. Rhino was, hey, listen, how can we go ahead and bring our community together? And that sounds like a cute sentence, right? But where we are in terms of demographics and economics is that the top 1% really do own close to 99% of the goods and services. And of course, it's not really 99%, it's like 97 or 95, but it's one of those things where it's like, does it make a difference? It's way too much. Meaning that the other 99% of the population is all by definition not having fair representation in anything. And it's not about money, right? It's not about, well, Aunt, I know you want to just go ahead and make everyone rich. That's not it. When you start seeing social issues and all these different issues pop up, it all comes down to, at least in my belief, how were you brought up? What was your opportunities? What was your education? What was given to you? What was expected of you? What were your values growing up? And those are really difficult to do if you grow up in an environment that doesn't allow opportunity, right? So if, say, for instance, you have the most amazing family, dad loses his job, all of a sudden mom and dad can't pay the bills, it causes arguments in the household, mom and dad get divorced, the son or daughter grows up in a broken household. What is the opportunity that child has? And you might say, well, Aunt, you're really making a stretch, but is relationships and economics kind of mix, right? Like survival and the ability to have a standard of living, does that not mix into relationships? Because you could love someone as much as you want, but if you don't have the ability to now raise an offspring or grow your family, well, that's one of the considering factors, right? And if you lost a job, does it affect your home life? If you're unable to get that raise, does it affect your home life? If you're unable to, reach an opportunity or grow an income that you really would like, that would afford you to send your children to private school versus public school, what does that do to their life? And the point is, I don't know, right? Like, I don't know. I can't sit here and say private school is better than public because I went to private, right? Like, that would be my opinion. And how many other people have phenomenal lives that went the other way? The point is, the opportunity afforded to people is being taken away because the economics do not allow for fairness. And that's what our vision was. How can we go ahead and create fairness? And in doing so, when you have such a large amount of the population all equally being treated unfairly, together they don't really have, they're just a bunch of people that are like, oh my God, I have it bad, I have it bad, I have it bad. But what they never realize that they have is that they have population, because not a single congressman has ever gotten into office without a vote. Not a single company has ever made a profit without a customer, meaning population is what makes the world go round, which means if you have population, you have all the power. You cannot have power without population, because you know what would happen if to the 1%, if the 99% walked away? They would be crying to their mommies. They would be crying and saying, oh my God, my company went out of business because nobody wants to buy stuff from me anymore. And their mommy would say, well, maybe you should have been a little nicer to those people because you've been effing them over their entire, you've really been treating them very unfairly for a very long time. So once you understand that, you're able to say, okay, so that makes sense to me. That makes sense. What do I do with that though? Like, how do I do anything with that? Because we're not going to get pitchforks and go to the castle and say, hey, we want to get you. We're not going to put people's heads on spikes, although it probably would be a good idea. Hey, this is Nancy Pelosi. Hey, this is Chuck Schumer. Anyway, but we're not going to do that stuff because that's, God doesn't like murder. I think it's one of the 10 commandments. You shall not murder anyone. And we don't want to do that because the answer is something that is before that. If you are able to gather the population and properly offer them choice that honestly displayed opportunity to them, what would they say? If for instance, Anthony got on TV and 100% of the world tuned in and 9 billion people tuned in, and Anthony said, hey, of you 9 billion, 8.5 billion of you are all fighting for 1%, while the other 500 million have everything. Do you think that's fair? People would say, no, that's clearly not fair. If you said, hey, do you think the people that own the top 1% of this globe that own 99% of things, do you think they're 99 times more valuable than you? No, I don't think that. Okay, well, this is how it works. They have these companies, they have these congressional and political positions. If you go ahead and don't vote them, and instead we all collectively get together and determine what our values are, who our next candidate should be, what are the companies that we want to support, then they will disappear and we can take the wealth and rebalance it fairly across the whole globe. Who's with me? I think everyone might say yes. They say, well, yeah, duh. And then the 1% would cry their little stupid eyes out and say, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. What disallows that ever happening is the ability to separate people. Because once people gather, you have a problem because they have population. But if you're able to separate them, this person, you're supposed to hate this person, this person, you're supposed to hate this person, and this person, you're supposed to hate this person. Now it's like throwing rats in a little thing. Let them all fight each other while you just watch.
Exactly.
Oh, they're becoming friendly. They're not fighting anymore. All right, someone give me a headline. Throw it in there. And they just keep allowing everyone to fight without ever anyone realizing, whoa, why are we fighting each other? We're on the same team. It's them that has everything. Well, I'm going to fight you for the extra $1 an hour when that guy makes 400 million an hour. Seriously, does that even make sense to anyone? So how do we do anything about it? That's the problem. It's like, how many times have you heard people say, all right, well, this is a good idea and we should really do it, but what can we do? We can't do anything about it. But what if you were able to go ahead and gather just those that you were looking to help? What if, like, for instance, and we were talking about this earlier, if you're a small business, how do you get any notoriety, right? Like if I'm, so V, let's say V has a small business. It's Vernesta.com, which actually you should really own that. I'm sure someone owns Vernesta.com, but let's say she has Vernesta.com. Cool. And she says, Aunt, I made the best business. And I say, V, tell me about that business. Aunt, I made the best business. No, V, tell me about that business. Go to Vernesta.com. Great. I go to Vernesta.com and it's the best business. And then a month later, she goes, Aunt, I only made one sale. I go, who was your one sale? She goes, you. And I go, well, then you're doing pretty good. Like, I went to your site, I bought it, it's really cool. I go, but she goes, but Aunt, I sell this amazing thing that no one else sells. How come no one's coming to my site? Well, there's no traffic to it. You cannot go on a search engine and find a new business, a small business that made one sale, because 89% of the people that go on Google or any other type of search engine never go to page 2, which means the only search results that come up on any search engine is if you're a paid advertiser, if you're large enough that you're a very special client of Google or something, like they like you and you like them, or you have such a social media following that your traffic is so large that it warrants you being there. God bless all of those people. No one said otherwise. If you want to pay for something, pay for it. If you want to be best friends with someone, be best friends with them. If you want to go ahead and grow such a company that no one could turn away from you, do it. God bless, no one's stopping you. But what about the small business? What about the person that just made the company and wants someone to see what they did? How does that person get any notoriety? So does V at Vernesta.com now have to save up a whole bunch to give it to Google that maybe someone goes on her website? Does she have to save up so much to give it to Facebook and take away the money from the finances of the company that she's running and take away from the product and the offering and the labor and the talent and the team members that she was going to bring on so that maybe someone could possibly see her site? That sounds a little unfair. Like, all right, well, Aunt, the world isn't fair. I get it, but that doesn't mean an idea can't be generated. So
one was.
Yeah, so the email that we sent for the second day in a row is really highlighting more to Rhino search engine, because as we've been building Rhino, it's gone from idea to vision to functionality to beta to building the stuff like distributivemarketing.com to actually having a marketplace to building out a search engine on the marketplace. But the next step, and we've always said this, we're 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0, and we will be 100.0. In fact, 5 years from now, you're going to look back at Rhino and say, whoa, you now are in the metaverse and somehow we live in space. and we're charging, and how do I have horns? You're going to say, Aunt, why do I have horns on my face? I'm going to say, you're welcome, right? Like a lot of things are going to happen. But before then, the search engine is everything. Now, what is a search engine? A search engine is a gateway, essentially from somebody searching something from their mind to somebody taking action on that thought and reality. So say, for instance, I want to go ahead and buy a new desk. I go on Google, I want to buy a desk. What happens to Google is Google will pull up a site that, probably located near me, right? Otherwise, it's like an Amazon or something where I can buy a desk. Meaning my ability to turn thought into action from passion to product goes through that gateway called a search engine. Now, that's very valuable to a whole bunch of businesses. But again, to what businesses? Because to small business, those search engines are valueless. They are worthless. They do not pull up. They do not bring people to their company. So what if a search engine was created that only pulled from small businesses that were part of Rhino? Meaning being a part of Rhino puts you on a search engine and puts your results in front of those who search. What would that be? Okay, well, we're kind of getting somewhere. That sounds kind of cool. So what if everyone on Rhino, their companies, their small businesses, the companies that we've built for you, that you've built for you, that you've thought up, that's your dream company, all these things that allows you to go ahead and chase the dream that you have, you were able to put into a pool, to put into a marketplace, and know that people that are searching for a product, that's the product that you are producing, are able to find you. Well, that's a really good value. I think that would be pretty cool. Sure. But what's the other end of that? That's the difficult part. How do you have people searching for you? Who the hell knows Rhino? Who is going to search for something on Rhino? Well, that's our job, right? Like we have to go ahead and then create the front end. So the search engine itself is being built. The one that you see on distributive marketing is our kind of like our test tube baby, not test tube baby. What is like our prototype? Like we built it so that we can get proof of concept to know that it works. Right now, we are actually building out a real search engine.
As we speak.
Yeah. So you know how like when you go to Google, you type in Google, there's a bar, you search, and then it pulls from all of their searches, which is basically anything with a www. That's what it pulls from. Our search engine is being built that only pulls from Rhino URLs. So everyone that's on the marketplace, everyone that has their own website, and we're going to grow that larger and larger because the value proposition to those people is going to be how many people come through the front door, how many people actually go to that search engine and type in a search. Okay, so how do we do that? I mean, Google, they're pretty good. They're big.
Yes, they use.
Yahoo's pretty big. MSN's pretty big. Bing is pretty big. I don't think they're going to say, okay, well, look at this newcomer. We're going to give up our searches to them. So how do we compete with them? We can't compete on like ability or algorithm or experience. We can't compete on any of that. But you know, we can compete on choice, morality, ethics. And you might say, Anthony, that sounds like really like a Boy Scout thing. Well, let me try it on for you, okay? If you go ahead and search on these Wall Street search engines, these are the results you'll get. You will get the people that do not need your help. They own these very large companies. They are these multi-quadrillionaires. They paid Google a whole bunch of money. These are the people you get. Now imagine seeing a video of that. Imagine seeing turn left on Wall Street and you could have a Wall Street search engine, right? And you see, what's a really privileged name? Like William, or like, what's one of those names that you just know the person's rich?
Johnson.
Johnson. I don't. That's like a last name. Like Ernest or William or like I don't know. So William. Let's go. Smith. So let's go with Johnson Smith, right? Like, okay. No, that doesn't.
That's an actual person.
It has to be Johnson and Smith are like the two biggest names.
Johnson.
So I had a friend growing up. His name was Henry August.
William Buckley.
Oh my God. Tans coming in clutch. William Buckley. So you can make a left and go to William Buckley's company. This is the house, this is the business William has. This is the value of his business. This is the net worth of William and those around him. This is the type of life William lives, right? Like we can go ahead and show this is what this looks like. These are the people you're buying from. Or you could turn right onto Rhino Street and use the Rhino search engine. in the Rhino search engine, where then just like the Wall Street video we did with the voiceover, we're able to go ahead and show those that are part of our community, the 99% of this globe that are building small businesses, that are building family, that are looking for just a little bit of upward mobility based on their motivation, their persistence, and their ability. These are the people that own these businesses. And by participating in this search engine, you're directly purchasing from those people. It is those people that you are now benefiting. Who do you want to benefit? And I think it comes out to an obvious choice, right? Like, I mean, if I want Nike, I'm going to go to Nike, right? Like, no one's saying don't go to Google, but we're saying we want to be the first time that we give people the opportunity to educate them that if you want to go ahead and participate in this demographic, fine. If you want to participate in this demographic, fine. And I know that sounds divisive, right? Demographics. But how about 1% own 99% and 99% only own 1%? Therefore, if you want to go ahead and give profits to the millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires, God bless, go there, knock yourself out. But if you want to go ahead and participate in those businesses that are people just like you and uplift your community and your neighbors, then this is where you go, right?
Pretty much just leveling the playing field.
Yeah, and I know for myself, right? Like when I go to a new town or go anywhere, I always try to buy something from one of the local businesses. I just always believe that. Like if I'm going to send flowers to someone, well, I guess my wife at this point, right? But if I was sending flowers, I'm not doing it on, oh, it's all right, Deborah, we're going to have it recorded and sent over to you. But I'm not buying it from flowers.com. I'm not buying it from 1-800-Flowers. I go to the town. All right, let's look up a local florist and send it. And I think a lot of people like buying local. I think a lot of people like helping out local community. And it reminds me of a flea market. I love flea markets. When I was a kid, I went to flea markets all the time. And the value proposition of going to a flea market is like you go to one and it's all these little stands. See, Deborah, people don't like those like companies because we know inherently they're the ones taking from us, right? Like they don't treat their employees well. How many times do people work at a place? All right, you have a half-hour lunch. Do you know what it's like to tell an adult you have a half-hour lunch? Like that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Anyway. But you go to these flea markets and you have a whole bunch of stands, and there's Jim selling his baseball cards, and then there's Hank, that's a Navy war, a veteran of some type of war, and then you have Kim with her two little daughters, Stephanie and Delilah, selling flowers, right? And it's like you go to all these different places and you like it. You talk to the people that own it. You know who you're helping. It's a good feeling.
A good neighborhood.
Yeah. Now, what if you were able to take a flea market and create it on the internet? What would that look like? And I think that's what we're doing. Like I was at the gym this morning, and I'm like, I think we're creating like a global flea market. And I loved it. I really, really loved it. Yeah, same as a supermarket. Yeah, you go to a small corner shop, and I think that's what we're doing. And the difference about what we're doing, now mind you, let's get back to basics. What I think Rhino essentially is Rhino's going to be a search engine. Rhino's going to be a search engine, and the value of Rhino is going to be dependent on Rhino's ability to share the messaging that our search engine is for small business. Google's search engine is for big business, which means if you want to search for small business, you come to Rhino. If you want to search for a big business, you go to Google. I think that sounds really easy to understand. I think it does. I think that's okay.
And it is. It is.
And so the goal is there another search engine for small businesses?
Yes.
I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think another one exists. Therefore, if we're able to monopolize the small business community, I think we could become pretty big.
I'm sure there were many people thinking about it, Anthony, but nobody took the initiative to go ahead and make it happen.
That's funny because one of our rhinos emailed me like a week or two ago, and everyone emails all the time. I'm just talking about one particular person. And they're like, Ant, what if, you come out here and you share all these ideas? What if someone takes it from you? I go, if somebody wants to take my idea, God bless you. Because you know what you need? You need Anthony. Like, we're Rhino. Do you guys think we just come on live and like, we're like, okay, cool, that's our whole day. I was able to do it. There is so much stuff that happens. We've been hanging out here for the last couple of hours. Things happen nonstop all day. So if somebody believes that they have the personality, the team, the drive, the vision, the passion that Rhino has, God bless you. We hope you do it so that we can be a part of what you're doing. Because if you're doing something better than us, then you're really going to save the world because we know we're going to, right? So that's who Rhino is. Now, what makes Rhino super special at this point in time, I'm going to set up a kangaroo. I don't even know what that means, but they got pouches, and kangaroos are always boxing. It's really weird. They're just like, eek, eek, eek. But what makes it special to what we're doing right now is the Rhino coin. See, January 2023, every transaction that's done on the Rhino marketplace, which will be the Rhino search engine. So any company that you search on the search engine is going to be facilitating all purchases and all transactions in coin. How does that work? So they're going to do it the same way that they always do it. All right, I'm selling $100 in shirts. You're going to buy $100 in shirts. You give me $100. I give you $100 in shirts. But once that $100 hits the account of that merchant, it's going to be converted into Rhino coin, which is going to be buying Rhino coin. So now this owner's like, hey, Aunt, I love you. I love Rhino, but Rhino coin, I don't pay my rent with Rhino coin. Well, yeah, then they can redeem it immediately. It's going to be an open exchange. But the transactional volume is what allows Rhino to hold the value, the coin, because it has a market. And if that's the case, and if this platform continues to grow and the coin is based on the transactions and the transactions continue to go higher, then anyone that owns a coin is going to say, well, I want to own some coin. I don't want to sell it all. It's all going to go up. Well, if it gets to the point that Rhino is able to monopolize the whole search engine for small businesses and all the transactions that are coming in from small businesses continue to go up, and now all these small businesses hold Rhino coin on their balance sheet, do you know the value of Rhino coin at that point? That would, anyone that owns Rhino coin would probably make a lot of money. So anyone watching this could be like, oh, well, there's why Rhino does everything for free, right? Like they're just giving all this stuff away. They're doing it because they're going to own the Rhino coin. And that would be a really good idea. Like, duh, like anyone that did that. But here's the difference with Rhino. We know we can't do this by ourselves. We are simply those that are shepherding this idea because we need everyone's participation. We cannot have all the small businesses and never have a small business. We cannot have a community and never have a community member. We can't have a neighborhood and not have a neighbor, right? We need everyone to participate. So since everyone's participation equals the value, like for instance, if we had 1 million people on Rhino and every one of those people gave us $37, how much money would we have?
37 million.
Yeah, 37 million. It's a lot of money.
37 million.
Now, so let's say Rhino is worth $37 million. You have 1 million people give you $37, 37 million. But what if instead we did not take money from anyone, but simply had 1 million people that believed in the vision and were happy and loyal with their experience to Rhino, and that we were able to move in scale? Anything that we did, we were able to bring 1 million people to it. What would that be worth?
Well, the possibilities are endless.
Probably more than 37 million, though. In fact,
Way more than 37
way
million,
more.
Sure.
Meaning that the population, as the population,
Oh, Tony said infinite.
Yeah.
Yes.
The population is always worth more than the individual. Meaning that's how Rhino is going to build this business for all of us. Because it's not that Rhino keeps the coin. Rhino actually distributes the coin. 50 coin every month to distribute to every member of Rhino. In fact, this entire year, every member of Rhino is able to purchase additional coin if they have the vision and they see where it's going and they would like to take a bigger participation in it today. And that money that comes in for Rhino coin goes directly to Rhino to then go ahead and use to then grow exactly what we're doing. So effectively, we are reaching out to the globe and saying, hey guys, listen, not only are we going to do this for all of us, but we're all able to participate in it. We're all going to grow from it. And by doing it together, we'll get there together and we'll be bigger together. So that's the vision, right? Like, I think that's what we're trying to do. So little by little, we're getting there. And to share with everyone, so Rhino has a call tomorrow with somebody who wants to purchase between 500,000 and 2 million worth of Rhino coin, which is a very, very large number. Now, with that, if that were to come in, which we believe it will, because, I mean, why wouldn't it, right? Like Rhino, like duh. So when that comes in, Rhino is going to be moving much quicker. Anthony is going to be giving live events in front of thousands of people on a weekend basis, on a weekly basis for a weekend at different towns across the country. Now we're going to spend our time to invest in those communities, bring out the crowds, go shop at the local communities, and we're going to record this all. It's going to be a movement like no one's ever seen before. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And when we go ahead and get in front of these thousands of people and we get a coherent, because remember, the messaging we're still doing is we're still just talking. Like, I don't have, and especially since I'm in someone else's house right now, We definitely do not have like a transcript going. Like I don't have oh, and then Anthony, oh wait, pause, right? Like we don't have that. But when we go ahead and have these presentations, Abigail's going to make us the most amazing designs. Natalia's going to make us the most amazing designs. V's going to be speaking to everyone everywhere because she's going to be the face of this. My wife and son are going to be like
Anyone who has
shaking
AIDS.
hands and like talking and taking pictures, right? Like there's so much stuff that's going to happen. And during these events, if we're able to share a message that you think makes sense today, imagine it polished in a way that we can present it. Do we think some people would say, yeah, duh, like this is refreshing. I want to be a part of this. How do I become a part of this? Let's do this. Because our value proposition is, hey guys, who wants to simply be in the results for the search engine? That's it. We're saying, would you allow us to please point people in the direction of you because you are a reputable small business that when we go ahead and open the floodgates up to the world and say, if you want to shop for a big business, come to Wall Street search engines. If you want to shop at a small business, go to Rhino Street search engine. That's all we're doing. And because nobody has ever had the cojones, the vision, or the anything to go ahead and do this, because nobody gives an SHIT about small business, because small business doesn't make anyone money, we are saying, no, you know what? Because our vision is so big, we don't care about it. In fact, we used to charge our small businesses monthly. And then we said, you know what? We're not taking a single dollar from anyone. We canceled all transactions. We compensated everyone in coin because our value is not going to be dependent on small businesses paying. It's going to be dependent on small businesses
transacting,
coming together, unifying, transacting for their benefit. Because if we're able to go ahead and capture and nurture and be loyal and offer a good experience to a population that size, well, that population is worth a lot. I bet you one day the president of the country is going to say, hey, Rhino, listen, you have like 100 million people in our country and we want to win an election. So can you just tell people to like us? You know what we're going to say? No.
But that day will come. No,
Yeah,
that day will come.
Cool, because we have the population.
That day will come.
And that's the value of Rhino. So how is Rhino expressing that value? We're distributing to everyone the coin. We're allowing everyone to participate in the coin. And that coin is building the platform. So you can participate in many ways. You can participate by being on the marketplace, by allowing us to go ahead and put you in our search results. You can participate by accepting the coin that we're distributing to you. You can participate by giving, by purchasing additional coin. You can participate by becoming a partner and sharing the message with other people. We are simply saying, not to quote Jerry Maguire, but help me help you. That's actually it. If somebody said, Ann, I want to send you
that has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Help me help you.
Yeah, because if someone said, hey, Ann, I want to give you $100 for this special favor. Oh my God, can you imagine if someone asked me that? Anyone that knows me would be like, buddy, you could go kick rocks right now because that's not Rhino. In fact, I will never share those conversations, but we're kind of a big deal. Like people know who we are. I get calls and offers all the time from so many people. And I can promise you, if I had a sellout bone in my body, I could be 7 figures, 8 figures deep and simply be like, see you guys later, bye. No, this is so much bigger than that. The end, I was watching The Social Network last night. Remember the movie about Facebook?
I have not had the opportunity to see it.
You need to get on it. So, so Mark Zuckerberg in the movie is talking back and forth. And he's talking really fast. He's having like 7 different conversations at once, which makes him quite annoying. And then I was like, that kind of sounds like me. So sorry. Tanj watched it 2 days ago. And maybe that's why I watched it. Maybe I subliminally knew she watched it, right? Like I learned it through osmosis. But, so his business partner was like, we have to make money when this is finished, talking about the Facebook. Mm-hmm. And he goes, it's never finished. He goes, what do you mean it's not finished? He goes, it's like fashion. It's never finished. And then the business partner says a smart aleck remark like, well, Levi still makes money selling jeans. The point is you can make a profit with a business, but to say it's ever finished, what we're doing is never going to be finished. Like, is there ever going to be a point where we're going to say, okay, we did it? No, because as long as there's one other person somewhere in the globe that wants an opportunity that cannot get an opportunity, that person, like say, for instance, all right, Anthony and V and Tanj and Natalia and Abigail, they corrected the United States, right? Like say, for instance, we went ahead and turned the United States, no one's homeless and everyone has a business. Well, what will we do next? we'd probably go to another country. We'd be like, okay, now that the US is fine, time to move on to like South America or Central America or Africa or Australia or Europe or Antarctica. And I named all 7 continents. Did I? I don't know. I think I did.
Okay.
Anyway, there's 4 oceans. Do you know all 4 oceans?
No.
Pacific, Atlantic, no, and I love it. It's like one of those like, are you remember that show? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? And
I'm
it's
not.
no, it's such an offensive title. I'm like, I'm smarter than a 5th grader. I watched it. I got the first 3 questions wrong.
Oh yeah.
They're like,
I
what's
found out that I'm not, and I'm not ashamed of it.
they're like, what's the third decimal point in pi? I'm like 3.14. Oh wow, I don't know. So it's like, and if some no, because somebody's gonna go ahead and look it up. Like we're not even asking these questions. So that's kind of like the mission statement. And the reason why V and I are together today is because this is week 1 for V. V is one of the most passionate people with definitely the biggest heart I've ever met. But what we do together, what we're doing in front of people, it does take a level of like, all right, I need to have a certain level of comfort with what we're talking about, the buttons, this, that. And I said, you know what? Say no more. I'm coming on with you today. Let's go rock out together. You see how I made it sound like a favor to you when it's really today was my day and I got you to come on with me? Sucker, persuasion, gotcha, right? But so that's what we're doing. So what I would like to do is I'm going to switch seats with V. Watch her face. She's like, wait, what? Because we want to walk you through the platform. So we want to be able to offer you the link for the marketplace. We want to be able to offer you the link for the partners. And V highlighted Love Lingo last night. And when I was watching, I was like, that's David's company. That's amazing. And she goes, oh my God, I didn't watch the video of Dave. And I go, no, you have to know who Dave is. So I would like if V could go back to Love Lingo and then just share a little bit about Dave and the company, because V is my mother-in-law. Her daughter's my wife. We own the clothing from Love Lingo. We wear our lives in it because it's that special to us. In fact, my wife waited for us to highlight Love Lingo just so she could purchase it. In fact, we haven't taken a picture of it yet because Christian, our son's Love Lingo shirt is coming. And I just think that's special. And I want to, I don't want to, like V, who did not know that stuff yesterday, when I shared that with her earlier, she goes, oh my God, I feel so silly. I go, no, Dave, first of all, he's amazing. But let's go ahead and give Dave a little bit of like an oomph today. So you can keep that seat. I'll move over and let's play with the website so that you know the share screens and everything. And I'll be right with you. Is that cool?
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
I love it. All right. So you move over. All right.
Okay. So we're gonna share screens at this point.
Great. Oh, I like it.
Okay. And we're going to use Bing today.
Let's go, Bing.
Yes, Bing.com.
Love it.
And we type in distributive.
So also, so we always type it in, but don't click the one underneath it. Now put a space. Oh no, so also that's another thing. If you type in just the URL, of course will come up first because there's only one URL. Well, the reason why this is so special is because we have such traffic to the site that those keywords come up. So delete back. So go to just distributive, right?
Okay.
Now put a space. Now space.
Just space.
And put marketing.
On the job training, people. On the job training.
And type enter. Or click enter.
Enter.
All right, let's see where we are. All right, so go down. Scroll down.
And that's the thing. I'll use this.
Oh, so what's really cool is, so you can use this with, so she's never used a Mac before. Look, see? If you use two fingers, you can go like that.
No shame here.
2 fingers.
Okay, I will learn that differently.
No, just go like this. See? Yeah, just scroll down and see, there we are.
Okay.
So this is your mouse, yeah. So then left click, there you go. And what's so cool about that is, unfortunately, it looks like it's halfway down the page, but that's because Bing is like a vulture for money, and all of those things above us were all paid ads. So you could go ahead and minimize that screen if it makes you, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so we're on.
So maybe maximize that screen. So the green at the top left. All right. I'm so nutty.
Okay. Rhinos, you are the best.
So if we would like to show them the
The
marketplace.
marketplace.
So I heard V say yesterday that Anthony refers to the marketplace as the meat and potatoes. And in that moment, I thought to myself, I've never referred to it as the meat and potatoes. I refer to it as the engine. The engine. You were just hungry.
Probably hungry.
Yeah.
I was probably hungry.
And I was starving because I'm fasting this week. And I'm like,
And
meat
so
and-
am I.
I'm like, meat and potatoes sound delicious.
I'm actually fasting.
Good for you.
Yeah, I need to.
Anyway,
Okay, back to the marketplace. So we're on the marketplace and we're just going to.
so actually, let's look for Dave's company. So go to the search bar and just type in Dave. Let's see if we can find him by his name. So David, I'm sorry.
David. Okay.
Boom. And there he is. So Love Lingo is the first one. Let's go ahead and click that.
I'm so
No, you're gonna have to totally practice with this.
Yes, I am so used.
I promise you, once you go Mac, you never go back. Somebody left. I know somebody left. All right, so click that. Left click. Cool. So as you see on his marketplace, we have a description of his company, we have his website, we have his YouTube live with us, and we have a special Rhino code for anyone that participates to go ahead and get a special discount. So what we want to do is go ahead and click his website. So when you move the cursor, it's one finger, and when you move the screen, it's two fingers.
Okay.
So what makes David's company so amazing is that he's one of those guys with a resume of like a master's degree and a doctorate degree in schooling, right? So what he was able to do is he did an experiment, or was a student of an experiment, where they went ahead and grabbed, I think, like 20 different vials of water. And each vial of water, they put a sticker on it with a certain word. Some words were like love, peace, unity, and other words were like really, really nasty words, 4-letter words. And when they went ahead and put this water under a microscope days or weeks later, the molecular makeup of the water was different. And the conclusion they came up with is that words do matter. Like energy is energy, and energy affects everything. So what his shirts and what his clothing does, it exhibits these strong words in strong patterns. So if you see the first shirt right there, it has all these amazing words: growth, connect, believe, with the heart right there. And what's great is if you watch Dave's interview with Rhino, which you can see on the site before us, don't go to it, but for anyone that wants to watch, if you had to like identify what happiness looks like, it's Dave. He just looks like the happiest person. So we went ahead and purchased his clothing. Water has memory. Exactly, Ron. So we went ahead and purchased his shirts, and we know a lot of Rhinos did, and those that would like to, obviously you should. But so we just wanted to highlight his company, and I wanted to let V talk, and I don't stop talking, so I'm going to stop talking. Go, V. No
You're
pressure.
doing such a great job.
No, but it's
I'm
you.
not talking.
I just talk too much. Everyone's sick of me, but
No, they're not.
so this is all you. Go for it.
So actually, I'm just scrolling through the website. My daughter raves, like Anthony said, about the clothing, and I have not purchased anything yet, but I will, because I want that energy around me also.
So then
I'm
what
just going.
we can do is, can you go ahead and copy and paste this website into the chat for everyone?
Okay, will do. I am so not used to
I know.
a computer.
So anyone
I
that's
am
ever
so not
anyone that's
used.
ever used Microsoft their entire life and then tried a Mac, that's what today actually is. So I
I'm
can
like a fish out of water.
yes, so it's really, really it's not a nice thing on my behalf to throw V on with a Mac for the
That was
first time.
horrible.
Yeah,
to do that to me.
It's almost like I tied her right hand and said you have to live lefty all day.
How about we switch back?
All right. Well, no, we're
Just
gonna
for
learn
the
together.
sake of
So
the
you're gonna
time.
scroll up, right? And then let's move this down. And then when we click the URL, we can do Command C, which is copy. Oh my God, you don't know that because it's a Mac.
Yes, I do.
Oh, do you? Because on the other one, it's Shift C, I think. Right? So then we could go ahead and Command V, which is paste. So now everyone has the website and totally cool. So we can X out of the website. And obviously, this is all a function of David being with us on the marketplace. So how can anyone else get on the marketplace? So let's go on it. And then if you can go ahead and copy and paste that link and share it with everyone, and then click it as you share it to show everyone how to do so, that would be really, really super cool.
Oh, look at me touching.
Oh, you don't have a touch screen, you silly goose. All right, so you go to this.
Command C.
Okay, so, yeah, whatever. So Command C, and then Command V. And then if you just walk people through what the form actually looks like and how simple it is for everyone to become a part of Rhino.
And that I can do.
Yes.
So here you put in your first name. Let me use my mouse.
Do you actually have a mouse?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, how cool. Oh, so just use that.
That's what I was using. That was
It's so funny because anyone that owns an Apple, we don't have mouses, but we know that they exist. But you have an
Yes.
actual mouse.
Yes, I
Oh my
do.
God. I see, this is why I can't be interfering with your life. Like, you just need to do this.
It's okay, Anthony. I do appreciate everything that you teach
Oh,
me.
Madonna, me.
So this is the form, and you could put in your first name, your last name, your email address, your telephone number, right here. Is that an existing or future business? If it's an existing business, you click here. If it's a future business, meaning it's just an idea in your head, or you already started working on it, you could go ahead and click future business. We just want to know, so we know how to go ahead and help you best. And of course, your business name.
So if I may jump in. So when you say something like help you best, I want to go ahead and paint for everyone what actually happens. So once they submit this form, this goes directly to Abigail and Natalia. They have their own department, which is simply design. In that department, they're going to go ahead and contact you via the email that you leave and work with you one-on-one to super duper duper your website. So if you have an existing one and you're like, it's kind of cool, but I'd like it really better. These are team members that have charged $10,000 a month for people's websites. Like, their salaries are pretty good. Like, we make sure that everyone has top-notch offerings. If you have a website, we're going to go ahead and make you a better one. We're going to improve it for you if you want to improve it. If you simply have just an idea in your head and, oh my God, if I ever had the opportunity, this business idea would be the best business idea. I just don't know how to make the website, know where to put it, how to make the traffic, how to make sales. We just need you to be passionate about your idea. They're going to do all of that for you. So when we say, oh, we're going to help you out, yes, that's true. But I think it kind of undersells, like, we're literally the team that's been put in place to be in direct contact one-on-one with you. And actually, I see that people in this chat, everyone has spoken to this team. Yeah, see, Brian says you all have such synergy. Everyone has spoken to the team. They're really great. So I just wanted to share that and jump in, because after today, I'm never going to bother V again, and she's going to be by herself. And I promise you, I just want to get all my jump-ins today.
Oh no, I'm coming on your live.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? You know where the office is. Come by.
Okay, Anthony says it's best, So we will continue. That's pretty much how we fill the form out. You share some information, as much information as possible. And if you already have a business, you have a website, you could go ahead and type in your URL right here. And of course, you could select the file for your logo and upload here. And let me just go further down. And there is the question, do you need us to create a website for you, or is it just a logo or any other?
Or like anything. Do you want us to pick your nose, pat your bum, rub your stomach, pat your hair? give you some braids. You want pretzels with ketchup or pretzels with mustard or pretzels with cheese? Whatever you need, we are there. Oh, Ron, Abigail,
yes.
because they're amazing. They are seriously some of the best people I've ever. I cannot say a bad thing about anyone on my team. And not only can I say a bad thing, I find it difficult to ever run out of good things to say about our team members. They're so amazing. Abigail was telling me before, she goes, Anthony, every time I speak to everyone, they're so happy. I go, yeah. She goes, Anthony, I've never been a part of a company where every single person is so happy. I go, yeah. She goes, I love it. I go, well, welcome to Rhino. Like,
because people like genuine people. People feel your heart. They know when you're doing something out of the goodness of your heart. They know when you're into it totally. So I guess it's the energy that we put out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Love, 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 love. I'm loving it like I'm living love lingo. Right.
So
then they simply submit and they are good. They can even write some stuff.
And that's it.
Yeah, so let's X out of that. Now, so take the mouse, go all the ways up. See how the top of the screen is split in half?
And that's the thing, the mouse gets
stuck. So go over here and you'll see an X pop up. Cool. So
I'm not a friend of mine.
No, you will. You'll love it. So if you can navigate us to partners.
Partners.
And then let's give everyone that link and then we'll let them go. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So scroll up and then top left, let's go back to the home page. And then as you scroll down, I believe it's one of the icons.
Actually, we go there from Wall Street. We go there from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from Wall Street.
You know, sometimes.
We go here from Wall Street. It's
See,
just.
He's already kicking my butt. She's like, no, listen, Anthony. This is how we do it. Love it. Okay, so then go ahead and do that. And then let's like really just kick some butt.
Okay, so you've heard Anthony, you've heard his passion, and you heard what we're doing. And you might be saying, so how do I become a partner? Right, Anthony?
I would be asking.
How do I become a partner?
Do you know we have 123 partners? And it grows every single day. We have 622. I think the count is today, 622 members of Rhino, and which grows every week. And only 123 are partners. So we do need to do a better job sharing with everyone. I think tomorrow's email will highlight partner, but if you can show everyone today how they can do that, that would be super cool.
And I went ahead and I did add the link in the chat. So feel free to go ahead and click on that. And
people can feel free to use your link and give it to all their friends so that you can get all the partnership
Oh, but
rewards.
then I would get all the.
I know.
I don't think I'm loved that much. I don't think, no, I have not earned that much love.
Oh my God. So this page right here, what you're seeing is V's partnership, was V's dashboard because she's a partner. If you are not a partner, this page will come up with a sign up, which is just your name and your email. Upon clicking enter, you will then see this page that V sees in front of her.
If I go ahead and sign out,
No, they can just see this. And then that is the link. It's a nice shortened, beautiful link that you're able to offer to anyone that brings them to the page that we just came from. And you are rewarded upon registration of that individual, your family, your friend, your stranger, your neighbor, your dog, your cat, whoever it is. If they have posable thumbs and they can do something upon registering to be on the marketplace and or to become a partner is how you're rewarded. And what you see in front of you is all these primary social links. We went ahead and took the time, built out copy for you, like emails that you can just click and send, Instagram messages, Instagram posts, Twitter posts, LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts, Pinterest posts, banner ads. You can simply press it and press submit. So if you were so inclined to invest 3 minutes of your life by clicking every one of those buttons and clicking submit, you would have went ahead and shared the partnership with everyone that is important to you. And I can promise you that they would thank you, whether it be today, tomorrow, or next year. But what we're doing is gracious, right? Gratitude worthy, I think is what I'm looking for. I don't know. But show them the mail button. So V is going to click the primary social link mail, right? Move down right, silly, left. Right here, silly. So upon clicking this, you're going to get a copy. So this right here, you can send this up to 10 friends on our sites because we built in a mail program for you, or you can copy and paste this into your own emailer. What makes it so special is you see how distributivemarketing.com is hyperlinked. That is already hyperlinked with your affiliate's code. So anything on our affiliates platform under your dashboard, you can copy and paste, and it's all already coded for you. So I know most affiliate programs, not that you would know many of them, but they're like, okay, you like this platform, go tell your friends and family. And you sit there and you're like, okay, what's my affiliate code? Let me go to an emailer. What am I going to write? Hey guys, I'm here. Check it out. We did all that for you. So if you just invest 3 minutes in pressing each one of these buttons and pressing submit, we would have done all the work. Well, we would have done all the work together, but very, very judiciously. That's a really cool thing, because last month, Frida got 13,000 Rhino coins.
I heard.
She kicked so much butt, and everyone is earning so
Frida
much.
sees the vision.
Oh, well, she's
she
amazing.
knows what we're on to.
Frida is a hustler. She works her tush off. In fact, in Rhino Digital, she sent us a picture of her next to actual rhinos in Africa. Like, she was next to a rhino. The first time I saw a rhino, it just brought a tear to my eye. You stop it. All right, so go ahead and finish up any way you would like, and then we'll both just blow everyone kisses. And
well, at least let's show them how to become a we did the partner, how to become an owner, and then we will be done. Right?
Yeah, so go ahead and X out of this. So right here is going to be the button, and then you're back to the main page.
Okay.
So the become an owner goes right to the marketplace. We already did that.
Okay, and we did the form.
Yeah.
So we're done.
Yeah. So
We're
then,
done
so tomorrow,
for today.
well, for today, and then tomorrow, I'm going to email the partner thing. So then tomorrow, if you could just spend time going over partnership with everyone, and like drag people kicking and screaming to partnership. And yes, I know I'm on live. I know everyone hears that because I know what we're doing for you. And if you don't know what we're doing for you, I don't care. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. And you're going to be in a position where you say, hey guys, you did drag me kicking and screaming. And thank you for that, because I'm happy to be here. And we're going to say, we know that. You're welcome. Like, let's do this together. Look at the group we have. So many people stayed on. I love it. Super cool.
Oh my God, for the craziness.
Yeah.
We love it.
Oh my God.
I did have fun today, Anthony.
How much fun.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, listen, I came by.
And the lessons on live.
Yeah.
On live.
Totally cool. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's go ahead and say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye first, and then you could give them the good goodbye. Guys, absolutely love you. And I'm going to make way for V to give you the best, most wholesome goodbye ever. Not to put her on the spot, but I believe it's coming.
Oh, goodbye. Thank you, Rhinos, for joining us. Hope you had fun today. Justin said it was awesome. Great presentation. Oh, Rhinos are the best. I'm telling you, I am I'm in good company.
Yeah.
Nice job, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, bye. And then
Okay,
just
bye.
click the end button down there. And webinar for all.